Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sunday, and that means it's time for another podcast, or Tuesday, or Wednesday, or whatever. You know what? It's whatever day it is when you're listening to this. Let's go with that one. I'm Ryan McBride, and I'm joined by Captain Camper, aka Smith.
Howdy, heroes.
It's another week of Suck My Controller.
What episode number are we on now?
61.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
That's not bad.
That's alright. Shit happens. But what do
60
we...
odd
What
times, apparently.
Yeah, what do we start off with every week? What we've been doing? What we've been...
Yeah, what we've
What's
been doing
going on
this
in our lives?
week. Yeah, because everyone cares about me and you.
I mean, I don't care about you, but some people do.
Really? It's fucking news to me, mate.
What you been doing, man? What's been happening in the Isle of Britain?
It's not an isle.
It's an island.
Yeah, kind of. It's quite big. I wouldn't really call it. I suppose everywhere's an island, really. It's all surrounded by water, isn't it?
Not really, isn't it? I mean,
Well,
America's not.
Yes, it is, mostly.
No, we've got
continent
the whole
is
Canada
surrounded by-
above us. and-
Yeah, but that's surrounded by water eventually.
yeah, but like that.
Anyway.
You're actually like an island, like literally an island. Like
Fuck
there's
off,
water
okay?
all around you. It's the size of like one of our states.
Well, that's because you're not fucking greedy and just want half the planet for yourselves. It's not my fault, is it?
Greedy. We're greedy.
Motherfuckers. Anyway, I've not really been up to much non-gaming related this week. Had a bit of extra work coming, which is quite long and quite dragged out. And obviously trying to cover GTA Online as well. Or many sleepless nights.
Yeah.
Dude, look at the size of that fucking drink. Hold
Yeah.
that up. Hold that up so I can see it on the stream. What the fuck? That is massive.
Yeah, it's a slur. It's a slushy.
It's no wonder half your country's fucking obese. Jesus Christ.
It's a slushy.
Oh, does that make it okay, does it?
Yeah, it's mostly
Okay.
ice.
Yeah, and shit tons of numbers and sugar. Anyway, that's pretty much most of my non-game related stuff has just been work.
You didn't do nothing.
Not really. It's just been a very, very long work week. It's a bit pissed off it's Sunday already, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like I've had much of a weekend. And it's back to the weekly grind tomorrow, which is always fun. Everyone loves Mondays, right?
Right.
Fucking excellent. What have you been up to this week? Anything fun?
I woke up at 4 p.m. today.
Wow. Wow, is that because you worked last night? Or did you go out?
No, I did work last night. Yeah, but
Oh, that's all right.
And then like I did some stuff when I got back home, which took me up until about 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's not a ridiculous amount of sleep, but I still do feel like a piece of shit when I wake up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, half the day's gone.
Like
I don't like waking up when it's sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shit.
And then to feel less like a piece of shit, I did like a little bit of a workout and then watched football all day, and now I feel like a piece of shit again.
Because basically what you've done is sleep and sit on your ass all day.
Yeah, and start to work on a news post that will be up soon.
I think for a Sunday that's perfectly warranted.
Yeah. I don't know.
And Sunday is the one day of the week where a man or woman can just sit down, do whatever the fuck they like, and no one's to be able to say shit.
Yeah. What else did I do this week? Nothing else really, not video game or podcast related.
Okay, I suppose we'll move on.
To what we've been playing.
No enthusiasm in that. You used to get a much higher tone when you actually gave a shit. Okay. We'll start with you. Shall we? What have you been playing this week, man?
What haven't I been playing?
Well, haven't you been? It's probably easier to answer what you have been playing if you're honest.
I haven't been playing Pokemon X and Y. Even though I want that game really badly to be at my 3DS location right now.
But it's not, so move on. At least you've got a 3DS, yeah?
Yeah. Played some GTA Online.
Yeah?
You want to talk about that bullshit?
Have you played it?
Yeah,
Or
I
have you
played it.
just sat there and experienced epic loading screens.
No, I mean, I did that too. So, like, Tuesday came around, right?
Right.
And 7 p.m. or a.m. my time was the time that you could actually play the game online.
Yep.
Supposedly.
It was open slightly before that for some reasons, but yeah.
Okay, well, I tried to get in right at 7. I actually stayed up because I was like, I'm going to help Smith do some stuff.
Yeah, that didn't work, did it?
No, I didn't. And then I just didn't do it because I was just like, fuck this. But yeah, so like when I tried to log in, obviously, I think everybody was getting pretty much the same error where like you get into GTA Online and then you do that first race or whatever and it just bottlenecks and hiccups and just doesn't work.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much. I had a similar thing. Because I thought they might release it at midnight my time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just because it was that day, because they hadn't really announced the 7, and they only announced that a little while before.
Right.
So I stayed up till sort of midnight, 1 o'clock. There was nothing. I told Johnny that ring me on Skype. So I had my phone on Skype the whole time. Obviously, it was on loud. So every time I got a Skype message or other calls of other people, I was getting woken up all the fucking time. I probably had maybe 2.5 hours sleep total between getting woken up over and over again with Skype calls. The school from Johnny never came. Eventually got up sort of about 7 in the morning your time to get in and dive in, and was met with exactly the same problem. Just standing next to this race marker.
Yeah.
For hours. Literally, I just let my PS3 on. It just stood there. Nothing happened.
Right. No, nothing ever happens. So I did that about 100 times throughout the day. Well, I just like every 10-15 minutes I would just like turn my Xbox back on and see if it would do anything.
Yeah, I was pretty much very similar. I don't think I've ever visited Reddit or Twitter so much in my life. literally, every 5 minutes, I'd opt tab from work or whatever I was doing. I'd sit there, I'd check Twitter, I'd check their support page, I'd check Reddit, I'd check the console just to see if I could finally get on and fucking play the game, but no.
Yep. Nope, shit's fucked.
They've sort of fixed most of the server problems. Well, I say most.
Well,
I've been able to get on quite reliably until today. Which is ironically just after they've released the patch to fix the server.
right.
I know the Xbox guys are getting a bit more success in terms of not getting character wipes in the length of time they're able to play.
Did they patch more missions in yet, or?
No, I think more content is at the very lowest of their agenda. At the minute, they've got people still not able to get in at all. They've got very regular character wipes. I've had a rank 15 and a rank 14 wiped already. And probably the one I've spent most of the day playing. When I turn it on after this podcast, that will probably be wiped as well.
Yay!
I'm going to delusions there. Rockstar are aware of it. They made a post 2 days ago to say they're aware of it and they're fixing it. And they've just updated it to say they're still aware of it and still fixing it.
I don't know, man.
You know, I fully expected issues. I had a lot of respect for Rockstar for coming out and just saying we're going to have issues. Everyone knows an MMO or a game of this size is going to have problems, but seldom do you actually see the developers say, yeah, it's going to have shit. But, you know, as much as I defended them last week, a week after the game's release and it's still not playable for a good portion of players, I think that's a bit too far. I think even the most loyal Rockstar fans are going to get quite pissed off for that, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I just I don't know. I was saying this last week that like this online stuff and how everything is going is not. It's not good, and then when it just keeps happening and happening, I just don't. I don't have that much faith in Rockstar. Like they make great games, they do. They make great games. Online has never been the major portion of any of their games, though.
Well, no, because in terms of sort of the technology they're using and the server structure, it is very MMO-ish.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like Red Dead, which was, you know, it's still quite a scale, but that was a lot more sort of instance and lobby based rather than just the freedom of this with all these different shards and shit like that. So I can understand there is issues, but at the same time,
I mean, Red Dead had that. I mean, you had like some people in your big main world as well.
Yeah, but the server architecture behind it was a lot closer to what Rockstar are used to working with. No, I don't know if they've hired additional MMO style people. But I was reading up on the tech behind that. It's quite impressive what they're doing when it all works. Just they've got so many little machines having to work together, and one of them broke, and it's just not working.
Right.
But when it does work, I think the game has potential. I think as it stands, if it worked completely perfectly from tomorrow, people would be bored within a week.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, like there was a couple days there where I actually got to play the game, and I was connecting pretty reliably. And I played for, a couple hours here and there, had probably decently okay time with it. I wasn't like bummed out or anything, but then like after a while it was just like, man, this is fucking bullshit. Like there's just nothing here for me really anymore. Like it's great, yeah. Like there's shooting, I guess. I don't know, and people, but it's not. It's just not what I want to play. Like that last team standing or whatever. That's some fucking bullshit.
Honestly, I don't do any of the. Yeah, I don't like the fucking deathmatch, the last team stuff. I don't do any of the combat based missions. Like with that, most of the stuff I do is co-op. You know, so it's just literally just like playing single player GTA, but with extra people, less story.
But don't you have another team against you or whatever doing?
Not all the time. No, you can get missions like where you've got to go and nick a bunch of cocaine from the ballers. You know, you can go in by yourself, or you can go in with a couple of mates, and it's almost heisty the way you can. You know, there isn't one way to do it. You know, there's been quite a few things where I've been with people just gone straight in through the front door and shot everybody. We've had other ones that have gone in through 3 different entrances at the same time and had a bit of a tactical stealth thing about it. So there is a lot of promise, I think, with what they've done with the co-op part of the game. But I'm worried they're going to focus more on it, because it's right now if you shoot someone based on the money that they got, you're going to get $100. It costs them 5% of their bank balance to die. And by shooting someone, you can pretty much guarantee you've pissed them off to the point where they're just going to come back and shoot you too.
Yeah.
There's no benefit in deathmatch to the point of where it's actually you're penalising yourself when you kill people, yet people still just run around shooting everybody.
Right.
I really don't understand the whole. But you know, you put a gun in someone's hand in a virtual world with other people in it. I suppose they're going to just shoot people, aren't they?
I guess. I don't know. Like, yeah, I got a server where I don't have any money in my bank anymore because people just run around and fucking kill me for no damn good reason. Like, there was this one server where no matter what I did, this dude was just coming after me. Like, he had me marked on his map or something.
You can mark players. I don't like the fact you can see everyone on the map at all times.
Yeah, I don't. Just
really
let me
don't.
hide or something. I don't.
Yeah, if you shot or if you were wanted, or if you just recently interacted with the player, I can understand it. But I don't like the fact you're on the screen at all times. I think that's a bit shitty. But there are some moments in it that just, I don't know. It's worth 5 to 6 hours of shit you play just for these one moments. I was robbing a store, and some cunt blew my car up.
Yep.
Now, when you blow someone's car up, you get put into this bad pool of players, sort of trolls and that basically, and then you can only play with the trolls for a certain period of time.
Right.
And you get a big dunce hat too, which is quite funny. So obviously I was a bit pissed off. I just robbed a store. I got 3 stars on me. This guy pulled up in a car. I was expecting him to gun me down. He beeped his horn. I jumped in. He drove off, got away from the police, and let me out of the car. And then drove away. You know, and thanks to the in-game system, I was able to just press a little button to give him a cut of the job, so he got a little bit of money for helping me out. And that was just really nice. He could have quite easily killed me, just pissed off. But he didn't. You know, he took a bit of his time to help another player out, which I'm not going to be serious. It's fucking rare.
Yeah,
You
dude,
know, for
that's
every
like
10,000
fucking super
people,
rare. I mean,
yeah,
like,
for every 10,000 people that are going to kill you, there's probably one of him.
yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, even I did the asshole thing every once in a while online. Like, I saw this guy coming out of the shirt shop or whatever, the clothing store.
Yeah.
You know, you have to do that, like, at the beginning. Like, it's part of the tutorial or whatever.
Yeah.
Shot him right in the face.
Nice. Yeah, I do the same thing, but I do it outside Los Santos Customs. So when you see a guy go in and cash a car in for 10 grand,
Yeah.
he comes out, I shoot him, I get a little bit of it.
Yeah.
It's happy days. I think that there is room for being an arsehole. There are mechanics purposely put into that game online to be an arsehole.
Right.
But I don't think in the long term of it, I think the most of the people that play, you know, I've seen some videos and I've seen some stuff in game. You know, there's one guy sitting inside his apartment that he's just built, looking out his window, and he can see this death match with 3 or 4 people below him, with the cops coming in. You know, even when you're inside your house, the world around you is still moving and progressing. But it's just, I think the heists are a massive, massive part. If the heists don't go across as planned, I think the game will be very short-lived. I don't think you'll hear anyone talk about it in 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, online. Yeah, if it's just if most of the things online are just like team deathmatch and last team standing or whatever, it's not going to have any legs.
No, because it'll just frustrate people. The progression is very, I mean, to the point of where if I'd had the amount of time on it as I wanted, I would probably be close to level 60 or 70 now out of 100. Because there are a lot of holes that you can abuse at the minute. I'm not sure whether they're intentional, whether they're going to be fixed, but there are people that have the most expensive house, 7 or 8 cars that have all been fully pimped out, you know, millions and millions of dollars worth of gear, despite being kicked off, having characters deleted and all this stuff. There's literally people after 3 days have done all the content.
Yeah.
And even for an MMO, you know, you'll have a few people in the support MMO do, you know, a lot of the content very quickly, but not the majority of the player base. There are so many people that have just got everything.
Sure.
You know, and it's like, even then, I'm not really, you know, I'm playing for the experience. I really do enjoy it. I love GTA. I love driving. I love the free roam aspect of it. I love
But I
bumping
don't
into
love
people.
the driving. The driving's not that good.
Oh, dude, it's one of the figures. See, I'm coming from a different background with this because I used to play SAMP, which is, I spoke about it a few times on the podcast.
Yeah.
And this is like just better graphics, more stuff to do, a better map, better vehicles. You know, I could quite happily just race people all fucking day.
Ugh.
I love it,
It-
dude. You know,
that was like one of the worst-
and shit.
That was like the worst thing for me. It was like, yeah, GTA Online opens up with a race mission, like, because that's what I want to do in GTA is race people.
Dude, my only downside with that is you can't do pink slips.
Ugh.
Because that'd be so fucking sick. Nick jacking someone's car after racing, that'd be great.
No, it wouldn't. I just don't care. I just don't give a shit. Like that, I don't like it.
I personally think that your point of view is slightly tinted by the rage that you might be a little bit shit.
No, I'm not shit. I'm not like I won most of my matches except for there was this one dude, right? And he kept I thought he would open. You know how you have to like open it up to matchmaking?
Mm-hmm.
He just wouldn't do that. So he kept playing all these missions one-on-one. And instead of leaving for some reason, I sat there and played him with him.
Sure, fucking fool.
But still, like, I just don't know why he didn't, like, just fucking run the matchmaking. It's right there. It's a button. And it brings
He's
more
probably
people
just happy just to have someone in the lobby that wasn't crashing or lagging the game or anything. You know, it's like 'cause the first, up until maybe Thursday, I was unable to play a single fucking mission of anything past 30 seconds.
in. Yeah.
But there were a lot of people before that on Xbox that were able to have a good time. I don't know. I think there's so much potential here. They've got the foundations in terms of the basic mechanics, the map, the game world, all that kind of stuff. But the heists have to deliver. They really need to put some more incentive in it. Right now, there is way too much of a money fountain and not enough of a money sink. There is, you know, I've already got my favorite car at the start of the game for free. You know, it would take me, if I was able to play, it would take me 45 minutes to fully pimp it out with everything I want.
Sure.
And the house I want isn't one of the most expensive. I'd literally have 5 hours and I'd be done. I'd have everything I want and wouldn't really need to feel the need to progress in terms of finance.
Yeah.
I think my biggest disappointment with it is the way they've done the servers. I would like just a typical server browser.
No, server browsers suck, dude.
No, we'll see, because of my time with Sam, I know there's a lot of different communities within this kind of, you know, you have people that love doing like just stunts with people, jumping off buildings and, you know, that kind of stuff. You'll have people that just like doing races. You'll have people that just like doing fighting, like hand-to-hand fighting. You'll have people that like shooting. Even people that do role-playing, all that kind of stuff. I just think it would have been nicer to sort of give those people a niche. Because if you get someone, say, that comes on like yourself,
Yeah.
who's not too keen on the shooting and stuff, you're just going to get pissed off when you get gunned down a few times and leave.
Hey, I'm a good shooter. I've won all of my, like, I go into the ammunition or whatever because I wanted to see how quickly I could level up shooting
Yeah.
for your character. It takes forever, but I have won every single match in the shooting range that I have played.
See, I've not played. I've played one deathmatch, which was by accident, which I fucking hated.
Yeah.
And all of my shooting is open world, but there's just something extremely satisfying when you see this white dot coming towards you. You know he's going to go for you. He's not just going to drive past and go about his daily fucking business. He's going to try and hit you fucking head on. Right, so I could put over real fucking quick, jump out the car and shotgun him right in the face as he's driving and he's dead.
Uh-huh.
It's just, I think the shooting's a bit too easy. I'm not too comfortable with a fully automated thing.
Yeah.
I would like
it's
to have seen it a bit, you know, yes, put me in the general area, but make me move the target at least a little bit.
Yeah, more than
basically
just
right now-
basically if you just flick up a little bit, you're going to get a headshot.
Yeah, you hit auto aim, flick up just the tiniest bit, fire, done.
Yeah.
Works practically anyone with almost any weapon. That's pretty much how it works. So it's kind of, yeah, it's not as skill based as it should be for a shooter. But again, it all depends on the content because the co-op factor is what a lot of people are playing it for. You know, just running around gunning people down is a good fun every now and then for a little while, but it's a co-op
Right.
thing.
Right.
People are even inventing their own heists. You know, people are saying, right, look, the Reddit community is okay. You need to jack this plane from this base, bring it back here, and pick up one of these kind of thing. They've got a lot of little things like that going on. But I'm not sure, based on the issues, if Rockstar are going to be able to keep up with the new content past the player's initial
Right.
exposure to the game. Because you got the new game, it'd be like, oh, this is great, and then a week later, when it's not so fatty anymore, it's gonna. I don't know. I think they need big content within the space of the next month, or the game will fizzle out very quickly.
I agree with that. If they put some heists up there, dude, I'd be all about that.
But I think a lot of people, because nobody enjoys getting raped. There's no fun. You know, even deathmatch, even if you win, it's no fun.
Yeah,
Just
I mean, I
you
don't know.
spawn with a bunch of guys, you run at the other ones, and you shoot each other from behind cover with auto aim.
Right, I haven't had any fun with those missions at all, really.
No, see, I think if you'd had some, obviously we're playing on different platforms. I think if you've done some of the missions I've done with the co-op factor, they're actually really good fun. They're quite challenging. You can change the difficulty and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Good rewards. You know, it's the lack of complexity that's pissing me off a little bit, because it is very much, you know, MMO style. Go here, kill that guy. Go here, pick this up, kind of thing.
Right.
And I think the highest would bring that level of complexity and depth, but how ready are they? You know, is it something we can expect shortly? Is it something they're expecting 6 months down the line?
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Like,
so.
I thought the whole reason for... I thought the whole reason for keeping, like, the PC version of this under wraps was so that they could launch all this bullshit. But it doesn't look like they're doing that, so I don't know.
No, I think the PC, once this becomes on PC, I think the modding community will run away with it, and then we'll really start to see what it's capable of.
Yeah, and that would actually be a lot more fun, I think, for me.
Oh, I think, yeah, because it's just half the stuff they've done with San Andreas multiplayer. If they'd done that with this, you know, it would appeal to a very, very large player base. The only reason that player base with Samp was so small is because it wasn't pushed out there.
Uh-huh.
You know, it didn't make $1 billion in 3 days like fucking GTA 5 did. So there's definitely a bigger audience. I don't think Rockstar are going to make any big waves on the console versions, and I don't think them personally are going to do anything on the PC without the modding community. But
Right.
I could be wrong. They might have big plans. Just the way they've handled it so far, the fact it's still a week, people are getting characters deleted. That's one of the worst things you can do.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's so frustrating. I haven't had it happen to me, but I can imagine, like, you put all this time into something, and then you go back to it, and you're trusting that your character is going to be on that server. I mean, that's just something that's... Why wouldn't it be there? Like, that's just...
I mean, you know, server problems I can deal with. You know, lagging, crashing, all that kind of stuff. Yes, I will deal with that. You've not had 10 million people play it once before, I understand. But when it comes to making sure your cloud server can at least back up the data, because they can't even tell us if we're going to get the characters back.
Right.
People are speculating that if your character in sort of slot 1 gets deleted, play one in slot 2 and don't remake the guy in slot 1.
Right.
You know, but I put a lot of hours in. You know, I started to write some guides, but them guides are left half finished.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to progress back through, but I've had 2 characters deleted since that guy. So sorry if anyone's waiting for me to update them. I've not forgotten back. I will get around to them guides literally as soon as I can get any further. But literally, I'm just putting 4 or 5 hours in at a time, and then getting hyped. It's really frustrating. It's pissing a lot of people off. This is not something console players are used to.
Right.
You know, MMO players as a whole will be pissed off, but I think the fact they've been exposed to this a lot of times before lessened the blow a little bit. But I think console players have been a bit shocked at what an MMO launch involves.
Right.
But yeah, I think I don't know. It's got potential, but I mean, it's not even close to fulfilling that potential.
For sure.
For sure. What else we played this week? I played some more Final Fantasy Realm Reborn.
That stupid game?
I'm quite enjoying it. Like, again, I think Square Enix have fucked up with the end game. They've made it so painfully grindy. It's painful.
So painfully grindy, it's painful.
Yeah, you know, rather than sort of hiding the grind, they're literally, okay, you need 10,000 tokens that you can only get from this place. So there you go. Even an idiot can work this out. You need to do 433 runs at 39 minutes apiece in order to be able to get this one piece of equipment. And it's like, fuck off. Really? Fuck that, I'm just going to start crafting. There's also a lack of PvP and all this stuff is supposed to be added in Update 2.0. I have subscribed for another 30 days. I will probably continue to play it. Past that, not overly sure. I guess we'll move on to Wind Waker, which I'm guessing what a stupid fucking music is in the background.
I just wanted to see if I could annoy you.
Successfully. So you've annoyed me the whole podcast. You sat there and looked bored as shit again.
No, I'm not bored as shit. I'm
You look
happy.
half asleep. Personally, I have no interest in what you say, but at least I pretend to smile. You know, just, you know, I've got to listen to you spout on about fucking Wind Waker now.
Final Fantasy?
It's a good game. Fucking homo.
I think it's whoa. It's a serviceable
yes, I
game.
annoy you too.
It's a serviceable game.
It's a serviceable game.
Is it? Is an MMO?
Coming from a player that's just bought a fucking remake, a high def re-release of the same game.
It's it's not the same game. It's
Changed a couple
prettier.
of dungeon layouts, have they?
I think so. They also
A
added.
bridge.
I think they also added a new mode, which is pretty cool.
Is that extra colourful mode for children?
No, it's called Hero Mode.
Hero mode.
So what we're-
fair dues on the name.
Yeah, well, we're talking about Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker HD edition for the Wii U, and the reductive way of looking at it is the Wind Waker from the GameCube, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, something like that, made into 1080p, different shading, different graphics, and stuff like that, and that game looks fucking fantastic. I mean,
I must admit, I've seen videos. I wasn't a fan of the original art style whatsoever. Completely put me off the game, but it does look really, really nice.
yeah.
I was
mean,
well impressed.
There was a lot of people that were really upset about the cartoon, the cell shaded design when it came out. But I think that, like, after playing this one again, and I've played Majora's Mask recently, and I played Ocarina of Time on the 3DS recently. Wind Waker is probably one of the better 3D Zeldas. Actually, looking at it now.
I didn't really give it enough time. So
Yeah.
I'm a big Ocarina of Time man.
I really think you should play it.
I'm actually thinking of getting rid of my Wii U, so that'd be quite difficult.
I did like that game. Just the design of everything, the combat design, the dungeon design, the puzzle mechanics, everything about that game. If I wouldn't have known about the Zelda Wind Waker before, just had no idea about it, and then I picked this game up and put it in, I would have thought that it would have been developed today. There are things that game does right that games still don't do right now. And I think that is something really to be said about that game.
No, Zeldas have always been one that can stand it. Even the very, very early Zeldas you can pick up now and still think, actually, that's quite fun. That's quite enjoyable. Hello, Lost Fit.
Yeah. What'd you say? Oh yeah, Zelda. That they're so enjoyable, and that they actually
They stand the test of time. All of the Zeldas are still great games.
Yeah, and that's really something to be said about those games, because great game design doesn't go away with time. And so yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. It's really good. I've played hours of it.
Say if you played the original very recently, would it still be worth picking that one up straight afterwards, or is it too similar to?
Yeah, I mean, well, hero mode, what it is basically is all of the enemies hit for double, and you can only heal by drinking potions, so you won't find hearts in any of the stuff that you kill. So you got to be on top of your shit if you play hero mode.
Yeah.
Because like bosses will take you down, in a couple hits.
Yeah, if I can't break jars for hearts, I'd be fucked.
Yeah. And I haven't seen. See, the problem with me in this game is I haven't played Wind Waker that recently. So I don't know exactly what has changed. I remember the first dungeon being really awful in the GameCube version, like really frustrating. And because it's like a stealth dungeon where you have to like stay hidden from guys and stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't remember it all too well personally.
But I didn't have that much trouble playing it now, and I don't know if it's because I'm older or if it's because they changed some mechanics. It seemed to be a little bit more forgiving. They did speed up the sailing.
Good.
Which is, fucking fantastic. Because I remember taking one whole day when I was a kid and just sailing around that game. Like, full, 8 hours of just, sailing around that game. And so you don't have to do... So now it'll only be 4 hours instead of 8 hours.
Still quite a long period of time, but I guess, at least they've changed it.
But it's a big open world. The draw distance is nice. You can see stuff off in the distance for when you're sailing. The social stuff's alright and stuff like that.
Social stuff?
The stuff that you do with the Wii U community.
Okay, so I wasn't sure how. Is there any kind of multiplayer or any kind of modes or anything like that at all? Or?
I mean, there's no multiplayer or anything like that. But what it does is, so for what you used to be able to do with the Wind Waker, I remember you used to be able to connect like a Game Boy Advance to your GameCube for Tingle mode.
Tingle mode.
Yeah, you know Tingle,
Oh yes. I was just thinking tickling someone kind of thing.
No, so his mode now, Tingle mode, has to do with basically you put a message in a bottle and you throw it, and then your message will be in that bottle, will be in other people's world in that spot.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's quite cool. A bit useless, but
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, one dude, he, like, threw a bottle at this thing, and he says, there's this arrow pointing up. What do I do here? And then you can directly respond to him on the Miiverse and say, like, hey, you got to hit this thing with the grappling hook, and then a chest will fall that has 200 rupees.
oh,
So you can
well,
get...
yes.
It's just kind of an interesting way of doing, like... I don't know. It's not, like, direct... It's not like directly like cheating or looking up a guide or something like that, but it makes people feel more connected. Like, hey, I'm helping this person, or hey, I'm asking the community of people that are playing this game how to do this. So it's a nice feature.
Yeah, no, I think exposing it too much would ruin the Zelda experience. To be honest, making it too
Right.
tied into stuff. It's nice that they made a bit of an effort. They do need to keep the Wii community together because it's not the biggest, is it? Really?
No, it's pretty damn small.
Yes.
But I don't know. That game's really... I mean, I'm going to play through it all because it's good.
Well, you seem quite, but you are quite a Nintendo fanboy.
I know, but that... I mean, that objectively is a great game. Like, when you look at the combat, when you look at the puzzle design, when you look at all these things, like I said, there's a lot of games today that still don't do that very well.
No, yeah, I can agree. The puzzle genre is not something that's really traversed much past fucking Bubble Puzzle and Candy Crush Saga, is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see sort of Nintendo giving the Wii U fans something else to play, especially for those that haven't played the original. I suppose it'd be quite a...
Yeah, if you haven't played the
well,
original, this is a no-brainer. That's just like, just go fucking buy it if you haven't played it and you have a Wii U. Like, that's
Plus,
just
someone's got to buy something because I mean the Wii U's offering shit right now. We're still fucking
Right.
waiting, really.
Well, I mean, you got, what do we got? We got, next month we got that new 3D Mario game that looks pretty good, actually. But we could talk about that in the news, because that's in the news.
That's in the news, is it?
Yeah, so
Have
I
we
don't
got
know.
the news post up on the website like we have done every week so far in time for the podcast?
Nope.
No, that's because you were doing it this week, isn't it?
Yes. No, I'm going to finish it right after the podcast, so if anybody... I mean, it'll be done for anybody listening to the podcast.
Oh, that's cool. So what's in the news? Anything big this week? I've kind of been just covering GTA personally.
I mean, the one bad news thing, so last week, the Nintendo former president Nintendo, I think we talked about, passed away,
Yeah.
which was unfortunate. And then this week we had another kind of... He's not really a huge games icon. His games with his name on it have been a huge icon for a long time.
Yeah, but he's more known as a...
as a writer.
rather than, yeah.
Tom Clancy passed away at the age of like 66 or 67, really young. Really too bad. Recently Splinter Cell, a great game. I mean, I don't know how much he had to do with the writing and things like that in a lot of these games. I don't know how much of it's just licensing and whatnot, but the people at Ubisoft put out a letter to say that they're really going to miss him and all these other things. And it's just unfortunate when somebody so creative and so talented, especially early in their life, gets...
60's a bit young nowadays, isn't it? Don't feel right.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's sad news.
But moving on from that, there was a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, that was shit.
Yeah, it wasn't very
Is that
good.
just me? I thought it was really bad.
I mean, it wasn't the best Nintendo Direct they had, but they had new Kirby game. They've got new trailers for a bunch of other games coming out. The Donkey Kong games being pushed back.
That was quite a big pushback as well, wasn't it, if I remember right?
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing that. It's Nintendo. They do that shit all the time. But the new 3D Mario game that's coming out. November 22nd. So like right around when the Xbox One comes out.
Yeah, they're really picking great times to release their games this year, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really trying. I mean, I guess they're. I don't know. They got to do shit to stay relevant in during those times.
Yeah, so I don't know if it might just be better for them to put their head down. Mind you, it's a very different audience, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
usually.
those looking to buy the Xbox One and I mean, I don't.
I mean,
I think most of the people that have got a Wii, want a Wii U have already got one. To be honest, I can't see the sales. Maybe Christmas, but
I mean, I don't know, dude. 3D Mario and a Mario Kart coming soon.
yeah, see, the Mario Kart's make or break for me. I think I'll keep hold of this one, and if the Mario Kart's shit, then I'm gonna say goodbye to my Wii U for something that I might actually use more than
And
Netflix.
Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I'm not a big Smash Brothers fan though.
What? We can't play Smash Brothers together? You're not gonna
Why
get
not?
Smash Brothers.
No, I'm not a big fan of Smash Brothers. I've always said that.
Why the
We've
fuck
bitched
aren't
about
you
this
a
in the
fan of
podcast.
Smash? Who is not a fan of Smash Brothers?
I just
Do
find
you
it
not
quite
like
repetitive.
fun?
No, I don't think it's very good fun. I think it's quite
Why?
shit. Coming from you, doesn't like GTA Online, motherfucker.
It's not fun. It's just
It's no fun.
It's just
I don't like
it's just
fucking
blah.
Mario.
It's just like I had fun for like a couple of hours, but other than that, there's nothing really there.
That's about as fun as I'd have playing fucking Super Smash Brothers.
There's so much there in Super Smash Brothers.
You fight on tiny screens with 4 people that just bash all over.
What
the place.
tiny screens?
It's not like you're playing on a big map. It's a tiny side-scrolling map, isn't it?
What are you talking about? It's not a tiny map.
Well, it's not massive.
It's a pretty big map sometimes.
You know, this is like that PlayStation one that came out a little while back. That was complete shit too. I just don't like the format. I'm just not keen on the style or anything, you know.
How do you not like Smash Brothers? That's just like
Well, I don't like it. As in, you know, it's the opposite of liking something when you don't like it.
it just doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. How do you?
How do you? It's not my fault. You can't make sense of my opinion, is it?
You hurt my body like
You hurt
all the
my head.
time. Like, hi, Hacky. It's just I don't. Yeah, just no soul.
It's just boring. It's repetitive. It's
You're
easy.
boring and repetitive. Oh, bangers and mash, British stuff.
Bangers and mash. I don't even know what bangers and mash is.
It's like sausages and potatoes, right?
Yeah, I'll let you off then.
Actually, that's like the one food that sounds okay.
It's nice. It's quite tasty. You know, you get a bit of beans in there, mix it into. It's good shit.
What else? Nintendo stuff. They doing
Yeah.
stuff. The Wind Waker, the game that we just talked about for 15 minutes actually has a physical copy now instead of a digital.
Oh, was it just digital first? Was it?
Yeah, it was digital first for like a week or two.
Oh, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, they did that with the Luigi U as well, like that DLC for New Super Mario Brothers. They did it.
Yeah, I
like,
can understand that because that's DLC.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they're really making a big push. Like, one thing I don't think a lot of people know because nobody has a Wii U is that all of their games come out day one digital. Like, even a lot of the third-party stuff comes out day one digital, and all of the first-party games on the 3DS come out day one digital, too.
So I like that 'cause it means that I have to traipse down to the store, but at the same time, it's like, well, I want the fucking case if I'm buying it on day one.
Well, I don't care.
No? I'm still quite fond of having the old cases myself.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I did want the collector's edition that Hacky just said that he got in the Twitch chat because it had like an awesome statue of Ganon.
Yeah, see, how much was that one? Was it quite expensive?
No,
No?
I think it was like $10 more.
Oh, see, because I'm quite into the whole gaming paraphernalia side of things, you know, the merchandise and that kind of shit, but there's a package like the Skyrim one with the big dragon and shit with it.
Yeah, that was
It's
like
always so expensive.
$150 or something like
Yeah,
that.
you know, it's I can't justify spending that kind. If I spent that much money on a single game, my girlfriend would probably kill me, so I wouldn't get to enjoy it anyway.
Yeah, well, don't look at that Citizen Starship or whatever.
Oh, dude, do that game, that fucking game off Kickstarter is ridiculous.
Yeah, people are putting like $20,000 into that game.
Oh, I can't believe it. Doesn't. I read about it and it looks all right, but you know, investing my life savings into it, I think not. It doesn't
Yeah.
look that good.
Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate is 50% off on Nintendo eShop. I saw that. I wasn't
Yes,
really
no,
gonna
I
mention
was quite happy with that.
But yeah, that has passed. Thanks, Aki.
Yeah, that was yeah. So someone put it on the on one of our comments on the hottest news article, and I did put it on Facebook. So
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean that game's
right for that.
good. You know, that game's really good.
I mean, I don't think it got the exposure it deserved.
No, especially not over here. You know,
No,
not in the
still
US.
think
And
it's
not
a
in
very
Europe.
very Eastern game, but it's got the quality to be here. It just doesn't seem to. It's definitely picked up in recent versions, but
Yeah, I mean, I think 3 Ultimate, the fact that it had as big of a, I don't know, as big of a following as it did in Europe shows that it's starting to pick up. Because they didn't do anything really to advertise it. They did do that bundle, which is kind of interesting, but
yeah, that's I bought the bundle.
yeah.
Yeah, which was basically just a box with the Monster Hunter front cover on it
Yeah.
and the game. You know, it's not a bundle to me. It's just a game with the console.
I forgot that this part was in this. For those of you listening later, we have we have some GTA 5 game footage running in the background, and it's the part, spoilers, where you're trying to stop your daughter from basically whoring herself out on TV with Laszlo. And this is the part where Trevor and Michael, you know, dehumanize him a little bit. And it makes me... I forgot that this part was in here, and it's kind of a funny part.
Yeah, we've just kind of got the gameplay footage in the background just to give you guys something to watch while you listen, because I know
Yeah.
we're quite monotonous voices. It's not very entertaining.
Right. But that all being said, what else do we got for news? Did you have any news that you wanted to contribute at all? Oh wait, Pikmin 3 update and DLC. Okay, now you can go.
Who gives a living shit about Pikmin?
I give a living shit about Pikmin. That game's fun.
Let me see. I got some news about Final Fantasy. We don't really seem overly bothered about that.
What? Well, okay, come on. What do you got?
Square Enix were banning all players that had a certain amount of gil and above while they went under investigation for real money trading activities because they were suspected of purchasing gil and all that stuff that's frowned upon in the MMO world.
What's Gil?
The in-game currency.
Ah,
Gold farmers is $1 billion industry. They make shit tons of money. They can't stop it, so just but
it's
that's
a billion-dollar industry, huh?
It is $1 billion. It grows and grows and grows.
They make
think the article,
billions
but
of dollars.
I'm not going to fucking credit my sources in a fucking podcast, but it's out there if you want to see it. What else did I have put by? Assassin's Creed 4 release dates nailed on every single platform.
What
Did
is
you know
it?
you're not going to include that in your hottest news post now?
I can.
But it's just big news.
Why? I don't. I guess
Assassin's Creed 4.
it's Assassin's Creed is coming out in November. Everybody knows.
Well, November 1st in Europe.
Ugh.
I didn't bother reading the rest because I'm European, so I don't give a shit about the rest of it.
Yeah, but most of the people.
Fuck the community. I'm here for the English. The 18% of English people that visit our website. You can deal with the other 50%.
Okay.
And then the rest of them, I've got no idea what we can do there.
I believe I can fly.
Really?
What else? I don't know. So
You don't
I think that's it for the news this week. There's
Yeah, I'm
there's
pretty
probably more stuff, but
Yeah, it's just I think everyone's just been so.
oh, Hearthstone. Oh shit. If anybody cares about Hearthstone, I do. They had a beta wipe where they took all of your money and or they took everything that you've spent money on and they wiped it all, but they gave you all your money and your credit back so you can do it all again if you want to.
Yeah, that was pre-announced, though, wasn't it? That wasn't just
Yes.
random.
No, they were very upfront with that. Like, hey, if you buy this, like, we are going to wipe this stuff for the beta eventually, so be careful.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Most betas go through that kind of stage, you know, because obviously they plug the holes and shit and stuff. So
Yeah.
but that game still does. I've been covering MMOs for a very long time, and there's very few games that have that much positivity around it still in beta.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of forums now I visit where people are speaking very highly of it, and it's got microtransactions. Usually that's a big bitching point, but people are still really quite happy about the game. So
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having
Definitely
fun.
very interested to see when that one comes out. Sadly, I'm not too close to Blizzard, so they won't give me fucking beta access. But I will play it at some point. Kind of pissed off you get to play it, to be honest.
What?
Kind of pissed off you get to play it and I don't.
Why? You didn't even want to play it.
No, but I played it. I'm the MMO guy.
You don't even want to play
It's a
it.
bitch.
I want to play it.
Yeah, well, when was the last time you played it?
Last night.
Ah, fuck you. Can you prove that?
Yep.
Alright, I'll let you off then.
I think that's it. I think that's all I have for news.
That's it.
That's all I have for news.
Damn. I should have got. I thought you'd have a bit more. I could have got some more stories. What else? What else is there about? Last Guardian. Did you hear about the Last Guardian?
What about it?
Oh fuck! I hate Shuhei Yoshida. I don't know. I think everyone with a Japanese name or Chinese name is involved in the industry needs to have like a
Shohei Yoshida.
music button next to the name so you can hear how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was saying that he was blaming some dude, Jack Tretton, for misleading people, saying the game is done. It's not actually done. They are just waiting for the right time to release more information. As a game, it's kind of Half-Life 3 vaporware style almost. You know, people have been crawling for that game for a very, very long time. I personally do. Is that the one where you used
I don't care about Last Guardian anymore.
Is it the one where you climb the big bad guys?
Kind of. I don't know. There's a big dog, fluffy dog thing that you rode or whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. People just need to stop fucking paying attention. And it's been like what, 10 years?
Honestly, I don't have any idea what it is. I'm not sure if I've got the right game in my head to be played. I'm thinking of Shadow of Colossus.
No, it's not Shadow of the Colossus.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, it's this really pretty game that they announced a long time ago, and like every fucking show since then they've been like, "Where's the Last Guardian? Where's the Last Guardian?" And then they're like, "Well, we don't like." And any news about it, like the trademark lapsed for a day or something, because it'd been 5 or 6 years, and people were like, "Oh my god, it's not coming out now." It's just fucking forget about it until it comes out. I'm looking at you, people. You. Fucking
You
stop
individually,
it.
you
Fucking
scumbags.
Stop it. Just fucking forget about it. Like, if it does come out, maybe it'll be a PS4 game. I don't know, but fucking just forget about it.
Okay.
This is
You
really...
you feel quite hard. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, every fucking show there's a news story about will Last Guardian be there. No, it won't. It won't. It won't be there.
How did you just maybe it's no harm in asking?
It won't.
Why not?
It won't be
It's
there.
going to be there at one of them eventually.
I don't know if it will. I don't even know if that game's ever going to come out anymore.
Yeah, he specifically said that the game is being re-engineered.
Yeah, cool.
I didn't say it. Don't hate on me.
I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's being re-engineered. It's basically being remade for the PS4 is what I think is happening. But even if so, it still might not come out.
I'm not. I really don't know much about it, so it's probably something I should look into. But
It's
I'm
just stupid RPG. Fucking idiots.
were you really looking forward to that game at some point? It's like there's a bit of a
No,
hate
it's
there, you know?
the hate is literally like sitting there and looking at news stories every fucking show about it. I was angry about this before I came to Gamers Heroes.
Oh. Well, I'll be sure not to bring it up in future. I think I'll
No,
just keep my mouth
don't.
shut.
Just fucking.
Although when it's announced for fucking E3 or Eurogame or something, we're like, Ryan, Last Guardian's going to be E3, I bet you. You're like, fucking no, it's not. And I'll have evidence and then have to beat you up.
That's fine. That's cool. Whatever. I don't care. Like if it actually comes out, cool. But I'm sick of the years and years and years of like, oh, it's gonna come out. No, it's not.
Well, it's just going to come out eventually. Just let the people hope, you know. Don't be a hater.
No, there's no hope. It's dead.
It's not dead. The guy's even just said it's going to come out. He's being re-engineered.
If I had to guess that that property is dead.
I guess it's dead, is it?
Yeah. That if I had like they were saying, what do you think, Ryan? I don't think that game's ever going to come out.
I think you're wrong.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy thing to think. but
It has to come out. This is a massive following.
it doesn't have to come out.
Well, surely it does.
Well, but there's this huge following, and then it's going to end up being Duke Nukem.
I can't argue with that. That game was. I think that's always going to be the one to beat for me in terms of the most painful review and guides I've ever had to do in my entire life. Playing that game was literally like putting your balls in a vice, cutting them wide open, and spraying fucking alcohol all over it. It was horrible.
Dark.
It was. I get that. You know when you burp sick.
Yeah.
It sits in the back of your throat. I get that when I talk about Duke Nukem.
Dark.
I really do. It's gross. And then Half-Life 3, that's kind of in a similar boat to Last Guardian. Lost Guardian, what the fuck it is.
Yeah, I don't know, but when Valve launches something 10 years later, it's fucking amazing.
Well, yeah, they don't really do bad games, Valve, do they?
No, not very often.
They're few
at
and
least.
far between, but they bring out a bit. I'm looking forward to sort of a new iteration of Left 4 Dead as well, with this whole Steambox thing going down. That'd be good to see. I think that's pretty much it for the news, though, isn't it? We're going to move on from The Last Guardian before Ryan has an aneurysm.
Okay.
Relax yourself, okay? Unwind. We're moving on now. Let the aggression go. What do we do after the news?
What's
launching
launching this week? Lots of stuff.
this week, Ryan?
Pokemon! I want to be the very best. Like Smith never was.
Oh, I see what you did there. You're so funny. You're so funny.
Pokemon X and Y coming out. A lot of great reviews out there.
Don't fucking care.
Mega Evolutions, dude.
Fuck Mega Evolutions.
Mega Evolutions.
Mega Evolve all over your mum.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
That's
Is
not
it
the
released
thing.
on Saturday, is it?
I don't know. 12th,
It's quite
13th,
bizarre for a
14th?
Saturday?
Yeah. I don't know. I'll be buying it digitally, so whenever it shows up at midnight on my 3DS.
Is it going to involve all this me whatever that connect? What's it called when you connect with other street passes and shit?
Street Pass? I don't know. Probably.
Yes, I hate that shit because I don't know what it's like over there, but it'd be useless. I could walk around with that shit in my pocket for 6 months and never
They
get nothing.
changed. They changed that.
What you can do with anyone all over the world now?
Well, yeah, when you walk by a Nintendo Zone, which is like Starbucks, McDonald's, Best Buy, any of the participating partners of Nintendo.
Well, we don't have Starbucks or Best Buy, and I very much doubt our McDonald's are Nintendo zones.
No, I bet you they are.
I bet you
but-
they're not.
But I bet you there are Nintendo zones in Europe.
I've got a friend that works with those.
There are Nintendo stores in Europe. Or Nintendo zones.
right now.
I will search. I will fucking break Nintendo zones in Europe.
Well, I don't live in Europe. I live in fucking Bedford. Nintendo zones in Bedford. Hotspot finder, Nintendo 3DS. Right, it's going to let me do my postcode or something, right?
London. Find a
I don't
hotspot.
live in
Where's
London.
Bedford. Bedford.
Oh, there's
Find-
5, 6, 7, 8. No, they're loading. Hi.
Fox
Right,
and
it's fine.
Hound.
And apparently, there's Fox and Hound is a Nintendo hotspot.
Yes.
Really, they wouldn't let kids in there.
What is
Oasis
it?
is
Subway.
It's a pub, but it's a pub with not the best for it. All right. There's a fair few around here. I give
There's
you
a
that.
fair lot of them. There's like 1,
there's
2, 3, 4, 5,
50
6,
to
7, 8,
20.
9, 10. Yeah. So anytime you walk past there, you will get street passes.
Oh,
You will, and they've changed it now, so you get up to the 6, like the last 6 people that have been by that store. You will get all of their street passes.
oh, okay. Yeah, well, okay. I can go with
So
that.
they've-
But this is still. Can you sync up or link up the 3DS to the Wii and play on a big screen? Well, no, I'm not interested. I don't want to play on a little fucking screen.
Well, what if your wonderful, beautiful girlfriend wants to watch stuff on the TV and you want to play games?
Well, then she gets told where to go.
Oh my god.
see, the perks I've got right is like I bought a TV and a PC, and a spare TV, and the 2 monitors with the PC and the spare TV in here. So I own one. So whenever she get busy, I say it's mine.
Yeah.
I'll just turn it off. You can't use it. I'll take the fuse out because she doesn't know how to work a plug. So I'll take the fuse out. She's fine. You got to tell them where it's at, bruv. You know, you can't let it walk all over you.
I'm just saying, Pokemon.
I can't play Pokemon.
Pokemon.
No,
And
because
apparently they broke Eevee evolving, so everybody's angry.
I get neck cramp when I play handheld consoles.
You just gotta hold it up higher.
Yeah, but then they get
Fucking
arm
pick
cramp.
up your arms a little bit.
No, I just want to chill out and relax. I'm sitting there
Lay
looking
down in bed.
It's like staring at your crotch for like 3 hours. It just really gives you neck cramp.
Stop staring at your crotch.
Well, no, it's like, well, obviously the 3DS would be in the way of my crotch.
Not always.
That's how I'd sit down. I just find it's why can't they let it link up to the fucking Wii U? Give me a reason to keep it.
Well, I don't
If it did, I would go and buy the 3DS.
I don't think that's possible right now.
I would buy the 3DS and the Pokemon and keep the Wii U just for that privilege.
Mm-hmm.
I'd
Beyond Two
actually
Souls.
buy the 2DS.
Yeah, the 2DS. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting device. I don't know where it lives or what it's going to, who's going to buy it, but
People don't like 3Ds.
yeah, I guess. Beyond Two Souls, that's coming out for the PS3. That's an interesting game.
That's Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of hype for that. I think after Last of Us and GTA, I've not heard fuck all from anybody.
Yeah.
For a long time, people were very much, I can't wait, I'm really looking forward to it. But now it's like, you're not going to beat Last of Us or GTA. So anyone expecting I think it's personally a lot of people are just going to be disappointed unless they put out something special.
Yeah. Hacky says get a 3DS capture kit so then you can play it on your TV. But I found out a lot of those are expensive and I don't know.
Yeah, we've got issues at the moment because like Ryan's the only one that's got the kit to be able to record off a console. I went out and bought a rather expensive capture card that turned out not to be high def and actually didn't fucking work. Sadly, we're not backed by some big greedy corporation. We're 3 guys with really low paying jobs. You know? Yeah, so shit happens. We'll get there eventually. It's definitely on my to-do list. I did buy a web camera for the podcast and then
Never use it ever again because you're worried that you're not pretty enough.
90% of the time, I'm hungover when I do these. Which doesn't
Stop
help.
being hungover. Go get Slurpees from Quality Dairy instead of alcohol. Don't drink, kids.
We don't have Slurpees. If any kids are listening to this, drinking is the least of their worries after listening to my vulgar mouth for the last half an hour.
Hugs, not drugs, everybody.
Elgato Gaming.
That's the one that I have.
See, no one told me about this. It's a secondary option.
What are
I
you
just
talking
bought a shit one that was like, I can't even sell it because you have to link it to a virtual account. It's
I don't even know what
$180.
you're doing. What?
$180.
The Elgato?
What the fuck? That's expensive.
Yeah, I think I got it on sale though, or Johnny got it on sale.
What the fuck?
Fuck
that.
a lot of the times you can find it for somewhere around 100.
Yeah, see, $100, I'll fucking pay that. That's not too bad. That's only 50, 60 quid. That's all right.
Yeah.
But will it work with next gen?
That's a good fucking question.
Because the last thing I want to do is literally a month before next gen releases buy this fucking capture card that then becomes useless in 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, there already is problems with the PS3 and its HD VC whatever coding through the HDMI cord, like it can't record properly. And there is that type of protection for the Xbox and the PS4 as well. But they don't know if it's going to do it while gameplay is running or if that's just something that happens when Netflix isn't running and stuff like
You can
that.
just Twitch stuff next time, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Kind
we'll
of.
see. Yeah, if it warrants, I'll definitely pick one up for next generation. But thanks for the link or the hint there, Hackney. I'll keep that one saved.
Hacky.
Hackney. Oh, I thought it was Hackney. All right.
What else? Not much else. Just Dance 2014.
Yeah, but it's ridiculous how popular they are.
Yeah. They
I
had a
was
whole
just saying
thing at
thanks for
E3.
the link to Elgato Gaming, dude. I wasn't aware of their choice. I bought a shitty one from a UK manufacturer.
Yep.
Wasn't made in China, which means
They didn't ask me about it. I mean, I would have told you all
I
about it.
spoke to you about it. Oh, fuck. Knob jockey.
And you just don't listen to me.
No, it's because you're full of shit.
I'm not full of shit.
Yeah, literally every time I speak to you, it's like Nintendo, blah, 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 blah. Happy. That's it.
Because I'm happy. I'm full of shit because I'm happy, is what you're saying.
You're too happy for real life. You have to pay bills, you have to put up with women, friends, and family. You still smile all the time. It's actually quite sickening, if I'm honest. Can't stand happy people.
If you're not happy, you're sad.
Yeah. No. No, I'm just pissed off all the time. I'm not really sad, I'm just annoyed.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got Last of Us. What's your pick?
Pokemon.
Pokemon, obviously, yes.
Pokemon's gonna be the pick of the month, dude.
I'm hoping Last of Us is not Last of Us, fucking Beyond Two Souls is big. Because Pokemon is
you can play it on your iPad, dude.
Pokemon is the biggest ever pre-ordered 3DS title. Is that correct?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. It'd be interesting to see the sales numbers because that's breaking a lot of boundaries for the franchise, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a 3D world. There's more social stuff in it. There's like
Pushing on the original Pokemon and stuff.
Yeah, there's more online play and stuff like that. It's supposed to be the easiest Pokemon game to get online and trade and fight and stuff like that.
Yeah, very interesting to see.
But apparently the 3D world is supposedly fantastic, according to all the reviews. I don't know, I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, you gotta wait to release that like the rest of us.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm assuming you're going to be reviewing that and maybe guiding some content along the way.
Maybe.
Did you want to rephrase that? Yeah.
I don't know what I'll get in there.
Expect shit tons of guides and a review and lots of content from Environment Bride. Guys, it's
Shit ton of
Pokemon.
guides. What am I gonna guide? Catch Pokemon.
Guide where to find certain Pokemon.
You
how
want
to
me
level them up. EV trading.
There is no
breeding.
EV training because there's no. That's what I said. There's not going to be any real EV training because you can train stuff separately through mini games. So you can increase the attack of Pokemon by attacking it. I don't know.
So basically, what they've done is create a babyfied version of what was once quite a complex mechanic. I like that because EV training was a pain in the fucking ass. But
EV training is just fucking annoying.
Yeah, but it's got to be there. It's because obviously there is a very large younger audience that likes Pokemon, but there is also a very very large, bigger, competitive older community. And the EV training is a very much an integral part of that community.
It's just stupid. I feel bad for people that sit there and are that into that specific type of thing.
Yeah, but you do it generally without saying so. So say you're you're leveling a Pokemon.
Yeah.
And you're in an area, yeah, so you're fighting a Pikachu over and over again.
Yeah.
You'll defeat that's not what EV training is. The only difference is knowing which one you fight is giving you what benefits. You might be fighting the wrong one that gives you, I don't know, fucking magical attack when you're a physical Pokemon or whatever. Uh-huh. So all it is literally just sitting there and researching a few seconds before you start leveling a Pokemon. That's the only difference. And having trash Pokemon that you do when you're going through the game, and then once you actually want to sit there and say, yeah, this is part of my squad, you only fight when you know what you're going to fight against. But it is a very important part of the competitive community. And
I mean, I guess, I don't know, there's just, that game seems so much less fun if you were doing that.
No, it's because then you sit there when you go against people, it's like, I had a fucking pimped out Gengar, pimped out Gyarados, and it's just that feeling of, you put so much time and effort into this little beast on your screen. And he just rips through your opponents. It's a feeling of accomplishment, time versus achievement kind of thing. But again, you don't like anything that involves any form of competitive behaviour.
That's not true.
Lose.
That's not true
What was the
either.
last competitive game you enjoyed?
Call of Duty Ghosts. Or not Ghosts. Whatever, Black Ops 2.
What did you play that for, a week?
Black Ops 2? No, I played that for a month.
Oh,
I like Smite.
Exactly.
I like Smite. I play Smite all the time.
Oh, you do play Smite. Yeah, I'll give you that one, I suppose. But you're pretty shit at that too.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah, I said it.
Monster Hunter's Cooperative. Mass Effect single player experience.
None of those are competitive.
I know.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with not liking competitive games.
The thing is I used to be so big into them. I used to be fucking hardcore Call of Duty, but I just don't anymore
I think
as
you
much.
Get to the point where you're sitting there and you're trying your fucking damnedest, and there are people just so much better. I used to get on Call of Duty as a younger lad. It doesn't matter who I was against. I would finish in the top 1, 2, 3 of the lobby every fucking game.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
You know, now I'll go in there and I'll have a great game. I'll go 20-3 one game, but then I'll go 1-18 on another game.
Yeah.
You know, I think, you know, you do lose a certain something with age, and, you know, when you have to work 8 hours a day instead of playing.
That's the thing, is it really is. Like, I just don't have the time to really put into a competitive game to be really competitive like I used to be able to.
No, it's a sad fact of growing up, really, and it's a bit shit.
Yeah.
I think I just like to win the lottery, and then I could just do it all day.
Yeah. Play
There's the only
Pokemon
difference
all
between
day.
my current lifestyle and me winning the lottery, but instead of eating shit takeaway pizza, I'd eat Domino's takeaway pizza.
Domino's is
instead of
pretty
working
shit takeaway
game.
pizza.
Domino's is good. I had the Pizza Hut one with the cheeseburgers on the crust. Have you got that in your country?
No, you guys have all that fucked up crust stuff. The only crust stuff that we got is the cheese.
I see they had the cheese and introduced the little hot dogs in the crust, and then they just put this big fat fucking quarter-pounder cheeseburger all around it, like 10 of them on the crust, dude. It was like an orgasm in your mouth. It was great. I sit here wondering why I'm overweight, unfit, and slightly podgy when I sit there and consume about my own weight in beef burger and then pizza on top of it.
You guys need better pizza. Like, if Domino's and Pizza Hut are like the fucking good pizza.
No, the best pizza in this town is a place called Stone Willie's. But it's
Okay.
shut. It's been shut for a very long time. That's actually what it's called. I don't know why they call it Stone Willie's. I really fucking don't. But it's this proper, authentic Italian pizza.
You need to get... No, what you do... That sounds like trash. What you need to do is get some fucking Chicago-style pizza. Like,
No.
from Chicago. Yes,
No.
dude. That's pizza.
We have Chicago town pizza. They're frozen ones you get in a box, and they're infamously shit.
Yeah, don't do that. I mean, like, let's go to Chicago and let's get some
I
pizza in
can't
Chicago.
go to Chicago on a weekend when I fancy a pizza.
Yeah, no, but you can come sometime and we'll go and then fucking...
How close is Chicago to Florida?
Really far.
Well, the fuck is it's the only place I'm going to Florida next year. But right, can you, from where you are, nip by Chicago and then come to Florida on the way? No. What about Johnny? Can he do that?
No.
No. Well, I'm never going to have a fucking Chicago pizza. So
No, you will someday. You
Do they
will
do
someday.
stupidly large fucking drinks too?
No.
Oh no. Well, fuck them.
Do they do stupidly large drinks? No.
I want
no, fuck
I
'em.
want a Sloshy Joe's. Is that right?
What? No. A Sloppy Joe?
Sloppy Joe. Yeah, I want one of those.
It's like a burger that's like a ground burger that's got shit in it.
Yeah, but I see a picture of someone and it got me a bit semi-lob on. You know, I got all horny over that.
It's all right. I mean, I don't know. It's not like the best thing in the world.
Yeah, but you don't.
Kind of like
enjoy
the
food like I
shitty.
do.
It's kind of like the shitty cafeteria like thing to do with Sloppy Joe.
Oh, all right. Well, you just ruined one of my American dreams. Thanks.
No, like there's good stuff. We'll get you some good food.
Yeah, I want a Chicago town pizza. I want you to pick me one up and drop it on the way in.
No, that'd be an extra like 5 hours to what is already going to be like a 24-hour drive.
A 24-hour. Fuck off! Is it a 24-hour drive?
It is a
Florida?
24-hour drive from where I live to Florida.
Why don't you just get a plane?
I probably will. So if
Yeah.
it stops over in Chicago, maybe if it stops over in Chicago.
It'd be quite cold by the time you get there. Though. I don't think I'll get the full experience.
No, not quite.
No.
But I mean, you'll see these things, dude. The pizzas are like a 10-inch pizza, and it weighs like a pound.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like super deep dish, and it's just so good. We should stop.
yeah. I'm getting quite peckish to be honest.
Yeah.
I've got Pringles here waiting though, so that's good.
Yeah. But yeah. So it's been a great episode.
Yeah, it has. We've got a bit of gaming in there. Let's talk
Yeah.
about American pizza and no bitching between me and Ryan this week. Oh, we did bitch a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Different on a PA. Not as much as a couple of times. We're getting better. We're getting better.
Yeah.
Obviously, every week, if you guys have got any questions, you can join us in the chat here, like Mr. Hacky did and Mr. Master Fett did, or you can post on our Facebook, facebook.com/gheroes. Oh, I got
Yep.
that wrong. We do answer questions. We're also looking at starting a community type thing shortly involving the podcast, but we want to get the MP3 version back on the site and get some of our regular followers coming back again because Ryan got a bit lazy and didn't bother uploading the MP3 version. Did you, Ryan?
I hate you, dude.
No, he didn't. So to Alex and Todd and Butler and Christy and all of our other regulars that were here before the live ones, we're sorry about that. They will be up on the site from now on. every single week. I'm not going to give you a day because did we ever do it on the same day?
Yeah, I usually do it on Tuesday nights.
We expect it roughly Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Roughly Tuesday nights. Obviously, SubMyController@GamesHeroes.com if you want to send us an email, or if you've got any tips for the news stories, anything you'd like us to share with our fans on Facebook, game sales, internet sales, that kind of stuff. Obviously, we do check it every day. And check back next week for another semi-exciting, rather dull episode of Sub My Controller.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.